Happy Tuesday, Delmarva. We are here on Coast Life. I'm Leah Rizzo, and Paige is taking a couple of days off, so jumping in is our lovely field correspondent, Maya Henry. How you doing, Maya?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's always great to have you on the couch.
Well, thank you. I love being on the couch.
Yeah, we love hanging out. Did you have a good Monday so far? A good start to the week?
I think so. I've been doing some new things. I tried out some yoga last night.
Okay.
It was really good. I did a little bit of cardio, so I got pumped for today.
There we go. How you doing on your New Year's resolutions? We're at the end of January.
Not so good. I was trying to work out like every single day, but it just didn't work out. So now I'm just kind of doing whenever my body feels it's right. So yeah, how about you?
I mean, it's important to be nice to yourself, I think, when it comes to New Year's resolutions. I mean, we've talked about this before, that they can be very stressful to keep when you feel like, oh my God, I'm not keeping them. I might as well just give up. But I have been working out. I've been doing my Pilates. We were talking about that before we started the show today.
She's the master, y'all. She has a whole schedule. She has a whole plan.
I wouldn't say master, but I get up and I do it and I hope for the best.
Well, I think you're doing awesome.
Well, thank you. Of
course.
But speaking of sort of new things, looks like if you are an iPhone user, there are going to be 118 new emojis heading your way.
That's actually really exciting. I feel like when I'm close to people, I always use a whole bunch of emojis. So I'm excited to see what they're kind of bringing.
See, that makes me feel better because I feel like a lot of times when I spend too much time on the internet, Gen Z is like, millennials are old because they use too many emojis.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, oh no, that's me, because I always send them in threes. I'm always like 3 hearts, 3 kissy faces, 3 whatever. Like,
okay, I do see
because
what
one's
they
just not
mean.
enough.
A little bit is too much sometimes. Like if I'm texting my man, my fiance, I always put like a little heart eye and then like a heart. But if you like overdo it, I just feel like
It's only every 3. I don't go 10 at a time.
3 is her magic number, y'all. 3 is her magic number.
It is, yeah. When I'm texting my man, I send him 3 heart link kissy faces. That's
All right, so you see the difference here. You see the difference in emojis right now. But anyways, I hope they have some really cool ones, like ones we didn't even think about.
Yeah, so some of the ones that they're introducing are a phoenix. Because, for all the times you need to rise from the ashes, you can send your friends that phoenix emoji.
Okay.
They're also sending, I think, head shakes like no and yes.
I like
and
that.
A few more inclusive emojis. I think a lot of people are running or walking both directions. So I think that kind of pads out that 118 number there, like facing the left, facing the right.
I like that. I feel like some of them are a little bit, just a little tweaks, little changes I see. But like, I want some crazy ones. I want some really like exciting ones so I can add them and do, Leah's rule of 3.
That's right, rule of 3, baby. But I'm not sure exactly when all those new emojis are going to be dropping, but something to keep an eye out for. Again, that I think is for iPhone users specifically. So if you're an Android user like myself, sorry, we got to stick with the old lame emojis.
It's all right. I'll send her some little squares.
Thanks.
And then tell her what they are later.
I appreciate it. Sort of in the same realm of digital social sphere, they're saying these days, the mysterious they, those experts, they're saying that there's really no more unplugging from work these days. And I think a lot of us, for the start of 2024, maybe you made those New Year's resolutions to unplug a little bit more when you get home. I know I did.
Yeah, when I first started this job, like I was, just trying everything to try and make it work. So now I'm trying to read more, trying to leave my bag at work sometimes. Don't bring the laptop home, because I feel like if you always take your work home, like it's not as fun waking up on a Monday or on a Tuesday to go to work. So that is something that I'm really trying, is to kind of unplug.
Yeah, and it's definitely harder to do, I think, in your 20s, because I think, in your 20s, you are trying to over-impress, you're trying to overshoot, you're trying to really, make a name for yourself in your workspace. And then as you get older, it's a little bit easier to be like, you know what, I am established. I know very well that is a tomorrow problem. And it just comes with a little bit of age, a little bit of practice, and but it's hard to do. It really is, and especially I know in our line of work, we're connected a lot to our social media, so the work doesn't really end when you walk out the door. Especially if you post something, you're still getting those notifications. So I've made it a note to turn most of my notifications off. If you don't hear from me, that's why.
Leah's like that. I will send her something for the next day, and I will not hear from Leah until I come to work tomorrow. I'm like, maybe I need to be like her. I need to try that out, because I'm always plugged by my phone, ready for whatever comes.
Yeah, gives just a little bit of peace of mind. So I like that you're replacing it with reading material. I've been trying to do that myself a little bit. I'm just trying to, when I get home, put my phone away and turn the volume up so I can hear it if it rings.
That's really smart. What age did you find out, okay, this needs to stop, I need to step back?
I would say still learning, so 31. Okay. But yeah, I think late 20s into the 30s where you start really being able to, you know very well that you're like, all right, I need to put my mental health first, but it's a lot harder to do. It's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
And then I think eventually you do kind of build those skills to do it, or you just get tired, honestly. You get tired of not doing it. So you're like, you know what? It's time.
I can see that. It's true.
Yeah,
I feel that. So I think I'm gonna work on that more.
All right, work on that a little bit. You're Gen Z though, right?
I think so.
I think you're
1999.
I think that's, I think like 96 is that cusp or cutoff. So you're in Gen Z. And we always love learning some new Gen Z slang. We try to keep you trendy, keep you up to date. And a new one's come up that I've seen tossed around online a little bit myself, and I think it's cute, but baby girl.
Okay.
Not to describe the baby girls in your life, though, or even your female partners. This is what a lot of Gen Z women are using to describe, like, the cute boys in their life.
So instead of pretty boy, they changed it to baby girl.
Yes.
Okay, that's different.
And I think there's even sort of a difference between, like, what's the pretty boy and what's baby girl. So baby girl is sort of like your Timothy Chalamet. And honestly, I think he could kind of count as both. Jacob Elordi, though, he's more like baby girl. So it's the sort of soft, feminine features in a guy. And that like they can kind of pull off a more feminine look or more feminine clothes or those sort of rounder faces.
Like Harry Styles. He can play off anything. His outfits, like, I could never see my dad wearing his outfits, but he can really rock anything. So
He can,
I kind of like this.
Yeah, I think it's cute. So try it out to see how it goes, and see if you can successfully pull off baby girl in your office. I'm trying to work in some cringy Gen Z slang into my daily life and scare them.
Yes. I love when Leah used slang. When I first got here, I was always using slang, and then I would hear Leah do it, and I'm like, this sounds a little different.
I understand.
I love it.
I understand now why parents like to embarrass their kids. I see it. I get it. I feel it. And not like major embarrassment, but just those little things.
The little cringes down your spine.
Yep. It's fun.
Oh, God.
But you know what else is fun? The show we have for you today. Maya, what is coming up on Coast Life?
Coming up today on Coast Life. Curious about a uniquely designed hotel that's turning heads? We're headed to Ocean City to unveil what makes it a standout destination. And as Valentine's Day approaches, we're sharing details on an exciting promotion that's perfect for the occasion. Plus, in celebration of Black History Month, we're joining with the Rehoboth Art League for a special showcase of culture and art. All that and more when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
Coast Life February is right around the corner, and as you know, February is Black History Month, and so we are celebrating a lot of Black artists here on Coastal Delmarva. So to tell us more is Nick Sarator with the Rehoboth Art League. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me here today.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, you are the exhibitions director.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the exhibition that is coming to the Rehoboth Art League next month.
Well, we actually have one that's opening up next week on Friday, February 9th, and it is called Tidal Wave. Now, this is going to be a very special show for us. We have we invited a curator in. Her name is Shamika Jones. She's worked with us on a current exhibition that's still running, and it's Edward Loper Jr. But Shamika has put together this show. It involves 6 artists, including herself. And again, Tidal Wave explores the history of Delaware's Black beaches, but it manifests more than that. It goes into the present day and also what lies ahead in the future. And it's being displayed through the eyes of these very talented artists. So it's a progressive show. We're very excited to have it. So basically that's happening next Friday. We also, again, up until March 10th, we have the work of Edward Loper Jr., one of Delaware's great artists. Unfortunately, he passed away this past September. We were working with him, but we still went through it with his son, Jamie.
Nice.
And Jamie Loper, and with the help of Shamika, who helped curate this show, Jamie's going to make sure that his father's legacy lives on.
Yeah,
so it's an exciting show. It's done in the traditional Loper style. So it's a real treat for the viewer to come down and see it.
Yeah, and what a great way to honor his memory, too,
Yes.
by displaying the work. And I mean, it's how a lot of artists want to be remembered, is by their work.
Absolutely. Me being one of them, too. I want to be remembered by my work.
Yes,
so.
sure, certainly.
Absolutely. Yep.
Is there anything that like anyone has to do to come see this exhibition?
No, our shows are open to the public. They're free. Our opening receptions are free to the public. And with a special treat for Friday night, we have a special guest bartender, Nishan. He's a mixologist.
Wow.
So with Shamika's idea and Sean, they're creating 2 specialty cocktails that will go hand in hand with these shows. So we're excited. But again, our galleries are open to the public on a year-round basis. They're free.
Nice. Wow. So how long does this gallery run till? How long do people have to check it out and celebrate a lot of the artists that we have here on Coastal Delmarva?
Sure. Well, the galleries are open year-round. These particular shows, the Loper show will be open until March 10th, as well as also Tidal Wave. And the official opening for Tidal Wave, again, is Friday, February 9th from 5 to 7.
Perfect.
Great.
Are there any other ways that people can get involved with the Rehoboth Art League that you guys are looking for or in need of currently?
We always appreciate our volunteers. We also have education year-round. Our classes sell out fast. You can find all of our information at www.rehobothartleague.org. We are open year-round. We very rarely close. We have a lot of exciting events coming up. Our outdoor show in August. We have our cottage tour, holiday fair. Wow. We have it all. So, yeah, please come on down. There's always something new and exciting to see at the galleries.
Perfect.
I'm super excited. This is great.
Yeah, we are too. Thanks.
Nice.
All right. Once again, when does that exhibit start that people can check it out?
Okay. The exhibit starts Friday, February 9th. And the opening reception is Friday, February 9th from 5 to 7 p.m. And the public is invited to attend.
Perfect. It's going to be a great way to celebrate some art and a great way to kick off Black History Month if you're going to be celebrating. So Nick Sarator with the Rehoboth Art League, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about this exhibit. We're so excited. Coming up, though, we are going to be celebrating one of our friends with BB Healthcare, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Congratulations to BB Healthcare's bariatric surgeon, Dr. Christopher Maneri. He's been appointed to serve as a council member for the Delaware chapter of American College of Surgeons. That means he'll be a part of a group that will promote and inspire the highest standards of medical care. And it's a testament to Dr. Maneri's skills and accomplishments. Now let's throw it back to when Leah got a chance to sit down with Dr. Maneri.
I'm sure you've heard of bariatric surgery, and your questions might be, is it the right move for you? You probably do have a lot of questions, and here to answer them with BB Healthcare is Dr. Christopher Maneri, bariatric surgeon. I would love whenever we have a chance to talk to you guys, because I think whenever there's sort of a medical procedure or a life-changing procedure as an option, people want to know their options. They want to know more, and you guys are so knowledgeable, and you know how to break it down for patients in a way that they're going to understand. So why don't we start with maybe some of the benefits of bariatric surgery?
Bariatric surgery is the most effective way to help you get control of your weight, and have it off long term. It's the most effective tool that we have. And now that bariatric surgery has been growing in popularity, it's very safe. It's becoming more mainstream and a popular tool for a lot of our doctors are using it to help patients with their weight issues.
Now, Dr. Maneri, when people maybe find that this is the right fit for them, bariatric surgery, there are a lot of options in this surgery. People have a lot of questions as to how it works. Are they going to miss a lot of work? What's the recovery time look like? How can you put patients at ease with some of these options that they have?
Sure. So at BB Healthcare, I'm the only robotic-assisted bariatric surgeon. So I do all my surgeries minimally invasive on the robotic platform. Let's just discuss our most popular surgery. This is the sleeve gastrectomy. It's the most popular surgery done in the United States for weight loss. What I do is I remove 80% of the stomach and leave 20% behind. This is the storage area of the stomach, and it actually secretes hormones that go to your brain that causes increased appetite. And with the surgery, you'll have an early satiety, you'll feel fuller sooner, you have less cravings, less appetite, and obviously decreased portions. And you can lose up to 60 to 70% of your excess weight in only 12 months. The surgery is done in only 45 minutes to an hour. Wow. So I usually tell it's an hour to change your life. And you spend one night in the hospital, and then you go back to work in as little as 7 days.
Now, you mentioned that this is, really one of the most popular options. Maybe let's dive into some of the statistics as to why is this such a popular option for people, and why are so many people looking for bariatric surgery?
So Delaware, we're currently the 9th most obese state in the country. And here in Sussex County, it's the most obese county in Delaware. So you're not alone when we see this, and we see this in our family, our friends, and our community. 34% of us in Delaware have obesity, with 70% of us having excess weight, either being overweight or obese. So 1 in 3 are suffering with this. And it's really a great tool to consider to get control of your weight and control of your healthy habits. So one of the first things you should do when you're ready to make that change is kind of assess how severe your weight is affecting your life. One of the first things we recommend is to calculate your BMI, or body mass index. We may have heard that before.
Yes.
It's simply just a calculation of your height and weight. And if you're a BMI of 35 or higher, that's when you should begin to consider that your weight is going to affect your health, give you health problems down the line, and consider surgery as an option to get control back.
Now, you'd mentioned BMI of a certain number. So when people do have that BMI of that number or higher, how does that take an effect on their daily life? What could getting this surgery alleviate maybe if they get it?
BMI of 35, you begin to see high blood pressure, diabetes, sleep apnea. It affects your joints. It can actually increase your risk of certain cancers, as well as cause PCOS, which affects your fertility. Yeah. And so doing the surgery will actually prove multiple benefits in a lot of different ways about your health.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me a little bit about you and your team when it comes to the bariatric surgery, because I think people like to know who they're meeting and who's taking care of them.
So this BB Center for Weight Loss Surgery is located in Georgetown, Delaware, which is the central location for all of Sussex County. But we also offer telehealth visits, so we can reach patients that travel up to an hour to come see us. My team is myself and Dr. Warkhead as the two bariatric surgeons, as well as Kimberly Hyatt that you've had on your show as our bariatric dietitian. Yep. In that practice, we do a full comprehensive workup, including referrals to cardiology, pulmonary, endocrinology, to get control of your medical issues prior to surgery, as well as mental health providers. We order all the blood work and do all the workup for you in one place, which really helps fast track your workup for surgery.
Yeah, I mean, I think so many people, you end up having to go to this place for blood work or that place for something else. And so to have that all consolidated into one place is a huge help for patients. You guys have an opportunity for people to chime in and learn more with the webinar that you have coming up. They do have to qualify, they have to be screened for this, right? So how can patients do that and make sure they're a good fit?
So you can look up our website, bbhealthcare.org, or you can call our office, and either way, the office staff will screen you to make sure you're an appropriate candidate for the webinar. I do monthly webinars. You can find me on Facebook at Christopher Maneri DO, where you can sign up on my office, have a discussion with myself. I go through all the information, as well as have people in the community ask questions that you have in order to get the next steps in the program.
Perfect, and we'll link that info for you on our website as well, coastlife.com, so you can get answers to all of your questions. Well, Dr. Maneri, thank you so much for coming in and sharing all this information. I mean, I think as you've painted for us, it's very relevant information to a lot of people within Sussex County to just improving your overall quality of life.
Don't go anywhere. We've got more Coast Life coming your way.
Good wine, a beautiful venue, and so much history to learn. That's all packed up at Nassau Valley Vineyards in Lewis. We're going to check in with the lady who knows it all.
For 30 years, Nassau Valley Vineyards has been providing Sussex County residents with a beautiful place to tie the knot, shop local produce summer through fall, and of course, enjoy a delicious glass of wine. Born and raised a farmer's daughter of Sussex County, co-owner and founder Peggy Rayleigh Ward spent her 20s traveling Europe learning everything about wine, only to bring her knowledge back to her hometown.
At one point, I was home for a visit, and knowing what I did at that juncture about grape growing and winemaking, it occurred to me that it was very strange that Delaware had no wineries. Our soils here, especially in the southern part of the state, are very well suited for grape growing. The most important soils for growing grapes in the world are all eminently poor soils, but chalky soils, sandy soils, and limestone soils. Our proximity to the Delaware Bay and the Atlantic Ocean makes for a really nice temperate growing climate, so all of these things are conducive for grape growing. And so my father and I hatched this initial plan, and we started planting the vineyards.
Experience and knowledge aren't the only things Peggy brought back with her from her years spent abroad.
I was really blessed in that in my work time with Les Amis du Vin, I was given entree to the greatest wine professionals in the world at the time. And the thing that you learn, there's so much pomp and circumstance in this industry, and there's so much snobbery around it. And the most beautiful thing for me was that the people who truly were the most knowledgeable in the world And at the complete upper echelon of it were the sweetest, most humble people.
If you've ever had any questions about wine, Nassau Valley Vineyards is more than just a winery. Peggy has built it to operate almost like a small museum.
One of my missions here is that I get on my soapbox every day and remind people wine has been the beverage of everyday man for 8,000 years. And so part of what we do with the tour is to lend that history to people. People don't tell you that, but there's a magnificent 8,000-year history of wine, and people need to know about it.
With 14 types of wine, Nassau Valley Vineyards can help you find what you like.
So we do make wine from hybrids. We do dry wines, we do sweet wines. We have 3 fruit wines that we do that are 100%. We do an apple that are all locally grown apples from Stag Run Farms over in Georgetown. We do a blueberry wine, we do a peach wine. It's all about allowing people to find their comfort level. So when you come, if you do a tasting, you can pick 6. Some wineries you go to and they'll feature wines of the day. So you don't have a choice. They'll say this is what we're tasting, and if you want to taste anything else, they charge you a premium for that, even though they're charging you for the tasting to begin with. We let you pick. So when you come, it's automatic. You get to pick whatever 6 you want to try. We do a really nice little commemorative take-home glass for you.
In addition to wine tastings, Nassau Valley Vineyards has beautiful indoor and outdoor spaces to act as your next event venue.
So our farmers market just ended for the season, our regular market, but we do a really awesome farmers market that runs from May to the end of October, every Sunday, noon to 3. We have live music, we have on-premise food vendors. I always like to say we're the civilized market because we don't start till noon, and we're the hip market because you can get a drink and you can get lunch. We do a series of events. We have art shows. We're in the gallery space, and we change those exhibits once a month. We always have a Meet the Artist reception. The paintings here are Bernard Sweetney, who is a dynamite visual artist, but also a really incredible jazz musician with a prolific history. We have a series of create and take programs we've been doing. We've been doing 3O Tuesdays. So they're Delaware-related events, and then Wine Down Wednesdays. And Wine Down Wednesdays, some of those are, again, interactive create and take programs. We are an events venue, so we do weddings, private parties, corporate functions. We've done christenings in the vineyard. We do memorial services. You name it, we do it.
Peggy is proud not only of the hard work she's put into Nassau Valley Vineyards over the years, but proud of what Sussex County is capable of.
For us personally, it's really about people being able to be proud of what we do locally and what our soils give us. One of my other little marketing taglines is our roots are right here. Our family has been in this area for almost 300 years. So we're very proud. I left and lived all over the world and came back to Sussex County because I believe in what we can do here collectively.
Maya, Peggy is just so much fun to talk to. She knows everything that there is to know about wine. I mean, seriously.
That is her life. It seems like it.
It is entirely her life. But what I didn't know was that she was actually a big forerunner in changing some of the laws here in Delaware so that we can have all of the breweries that we do and the vineyard that we do. Like, it's just fascinating. So Nassau Valley Vineyards, if you're looking for maybe a fun little wine tasting activity, that's going to be a great place to go. Or maybe you want to bring a bottle with you to a romantic getaway. Well, you can maybe win one of those romantic getaways. We're talking with Gary John from Coast Country when Coast Life gets back.
All right, guys, so as we all know, the Polar Bear Plunge is happening this weekend. Actually, this Sunday, right, Leah?
That's right. I'm going to be there.
Hey, she already did the dip, so we're going to be talking to someone who can give us a little bit more information about that. We have the well-known Gary John from The Ride Home. How are you, Gary?
Maya, thank you so much. I'm doing great. And we're super excited. This Sunday, it's our next Coast Country Cares event with our friends at Spicer Brothers. We couldn't be more excited to be live at the Polar Bear Plunge this Sunday. I'll be out there on the boardwalk from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Leah and I are Polar Bear Plunge veterans.
That's right.
For our good friends at Special Olympics Delaware. And here's the thing, when you first hear of the Polar Bear Plunge and your immediate thought is, there's no way I'm jumping into the icy Atlantic Ocean, you can still be a part of it. I mean, if you've never been, it's such a day to see thousands of people kind of come together for such a great cause. Special Olympics Delaware, it's the only state in America where Special Olympians don't ever have to pay a dime out of pocket, and that's because of all the fundraising that's done, mainly through the Polar Bear Plunge, but through other events.
302, woo, woo.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And if you haven't donated to our friend Steve Mons or to Leah, who are taking the plunge on Sunday, you can come that day. There's a family called the Levin family that every year they take donations the day of, and they match your donation that day. So don't feel like you can't be a part of it. And if you are going to be there, love for you to come by. We're going to be right smack dab on the boardwalk, right behind the gazebo. Come say hello. Let us know that you're listening to Coast Country if you are. If you're not familiar with Coast Country yet, 103.9. If you're from Salisbury to the coast, 106.3. If you're heading out to the midshore, we'd certainly love to have you.
Nice. That's right. It's going to be a action-packed, super fun, slightly cold weekend. But there's more going on with the station. I mean, Coast Country, you guys are keeping yourselves busy, isn't that right?
Well, our goal is to be the station that gives away more than anybody else.
Ooh, I like that.
So far, so good.
Yeah, we're kind of living up to that reputation. So we are going to be taking another trip to Ticket Town here starting next week. If you haven't heard the news, Hardy announced a week ago that he is heading back on the road this spring, and he's bringing the Quit Tour to Jiffy Lube Live on June 28th, and he's bringing along a great cast of characters, Kip Moore, Ella Langley, and Travis Denning. It's going to be an amazing show, and we're giving you a chance to win tickets the week of February the 12th. If you listen to April Brilliant between 10 and 3, or myself between 3 and 7, we'll be giving you a chance to win a pair of tickets to that show all week long. And as all of our contests go, it's for Delmarva residents only. There will be no contest where you have to enter and hope that someone in Missouri walks away with the cash. We give away tickets and prizes only to Delmarva residents. That's one of the beautiful parts about listening to Coast Country.
Absolutely. And I mean, I know we're in those sort of winter bluesy months, so country music and summer just go together, and it gives you something to look forward to should you get your hands on those tickets. But Valentine's Day is also coming up.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and you have a special trip going on.
We do. We had so much fun with our Free Truck Friday promotion that ran through the end of 2023. Shout out to Teresa Strope of Salisbury, who won that beautiful Ford Ranger from our friends at
Lucky girl.
So we decided that for the month of February, obviously we wanted to share the love. So instead of Free Truck Friday, we came up with Free Love Fridays. So starting next week, each Friday in February, February 9th, February 16th, February 23rd, if you listen between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., we'll play 2 songs that have love in the title back to back. All right? When you hear the second song, you wait till it finishes, and then you call us at 443-971-1063. If you're the 10th caller, we're going to give you a romantic giveaway to the Cove Haven Pocono Resorts. 3 days, 2 nights. Takes care of your accommodations, breakfast, dinner, and all the activities that are available at the resorts are included as well. It's a value of over $1,700, so it's a pretty amazing prize package. And look, I'm a father. I know what it's like when you get caught up in the rigmarole of the everyday life of work and the kids, etc. Sometimes you put your romance on the back burner. So we wanted to give you a chance to put that back front and center and not have to pay for it, which I think is
spark.
Yeah, that part's up to you. I can only give you the room.
That's right. But I mean, the ambiance is a big part of that spark, you know. Well, Gary, thank you as always for coming in. You guys always have so much going on. I know we'll be seeing you again, certainly this weekend. Like we said, Polar Bear Plunge, Sunday. Make sure you sign up or just come on out and support again. It really is something to see when you see all those crazies running into the water to celebrate and support all of our Special Olympians. But don't go anywhere. Coming up on Coast Life, we are getting into the great debates. All right, Coastal Delmarva, get your arguments ready, your debate points ready, because it's time for another great debate. These are fun, friendly debates that we like to have with one another. Keeps your brain sharp, I think.
It keeps everyone sharp. People love it on our Facebook, so you have to check it out.
Yes, and today, ironically or not, we are asking you on our Facebook page, social media. You know, it's a way that connects us in a way that we've never been connected before in history. But does it really connect us, or does it leave us feeling a little bit more socially isolated? That is your debate topic. Maya?
I think it isolates us. I noticed when I was a kid, like I've seen like on Instagram, there's those videos of like, this is how it looked in the 2000s. Like everything was so sparkly and you just love being outside. And now I feel sometimes I'm addicted to my phone. Like I have to pick it up every 5 minutes and I hate it, but I can't stop.
Yep. I'm sort of in the same boat as you. I mean, I was so I dragged my feet getting a smartphone. I wanted to resist so bad. But then as technology changes and the world changes, you know, you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be that person that can't participate in your job, in your field, in your, and broadcasting really adopted social media. So I was like, man, I have to get it. So I changed from it wasn't a Sidekick, it was some other sort of like little flip open phone.
Flip phones with the keyboard. They were the best. Oh my gosh, it was awesome back then.
Yeah, and so I was in college when I got my first smartphone. Like I really resisted switching to a smartphone, but then I was like, no, I need to have it for the job because it's so much easier to post on the go with just your phone rather than having to bring a laptop with you and a hotspot and all the things required.
Do you see a change from your flip to like a smartphone now?
Yeah, I mean, I think because it was so much harder to text on a flip phone, even with the keyboard, it was easier to just call your friends. And so you would get, you know, that voice-to-voice connection as opposed to just staring at a screen. And I think, you know, that the issue with smartphones is it becomes just staring at a screen. You start checking your messages from your friends, and then suddenly, 3 hours later, you're still scrolling through TikTok. And you're like, how did that happen?
And you go down like a rabbit hole. Like, I remember this morning, I was like, I'm going to stay away from my phone. Some days I kind of clock out. I'm watching gardening, and then all of a sudden, I'm watching like animals, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, you just go down this endless timeline.
It is the endless timeline, but you guys had some things to say as well. Bill says, I think people are moving away from Facebook to other mediums. He says he knows of 2 programs, Hometown and Restoring Galveston, that have told followers to go to that medium. He says he doesn't remember the name exactly. Tori says that she uses social media to keep up with people that she doesn't talk to on a daily basis, but doesn't feel as genuinely connected or the reconnection unless you catch up in person, which I think that's true. Like,
definitely agree with Tori.
What I will say of social media in a positive light is that it certainly keeps my mind open to social circles that I'm not a part of.
Yes.
So like I try to follow a lot of people outside my gender, my race, my religion, you know, that way I'm hearing opinions that aren't just funneled down to me or, you know, from my Facebook friends or people that are very similar and familiar to me.
True.
So I am hearing other opinions outside my own sphere, which I like, but I don't know these people personally. I don't know, you know, how there's so much you don't know about those people when you're connecting to random strangers on the internet.
I was definitely thinking about that. Like, I'll watch different influencers and I'll be like, oh my gosh, they did this. How did they do that? And then like a couple months later, you'll hear like, it all was a lie. So like, it kind of scares me when I follow different people and it's like, you don't really actually know them at all.
Yeah, so, you know, I hold on to Facebook to let my parents know that I'm alive and well, and when I go on vacation, they can see my photos, and that's about the reason why I keep my Facebook around, but everything else I've switched over, basically, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. And I think there are fun creative outlets. I think TikTok is a great outlet for up-and-coming artists to share their music where they're not restricted by resources. They don't have to have access to a recording studio. They don't have to have access to an agent. They can get their music out there. So in the creative spaces, I think social media is a really great tool.
I think it's great for that.
I think it's also just really, it can be really damaging to mental health, and there's so much we just don't know about the long-term effects of it because it's so new.
I remember when I was in college, and I'm a big nerd. I love all things health. So I was doing a study on that for kids, and it's kind of detrimental. It's kind of sad. So I think once I'm ready to have children, stuff like that, I think I'm going to wait for social media to be like maybe middle school, later middle school, because I see how it affects some people, and the new generation, I just don't want them a part of it.
I think it's going to be, this is my prediction. I think it's going to be our generation smoking. I think it's going to be like Gen Alpha's going to come up and they'll be like, wow, I can't believe you guys didn't know how bad that was for you. And I think that's going to be like, we didn't know when we started it. But you can always participate in our great debates. You can go to coastlife.com/vote. You can hang out on our socials. We love to hear from you there, and keep this going. We love having the great debate with you, but we do have a little bit more Coast Life to get to. Maya is going to be taking us to the Aloft Hotel when we get back.
Hey there, Coast Life. I know sometimes we all need a little chance to get away. And recently, I went to a really cool hotel.
Yeah.
When I walked in, Leah, it was kind of like a nightclub.
Ooh.
So we are going to take you to Aloft Hotel in Ocean City, your one-stop destination.
Step into the Aloft Hotel in Ocean City, and this is what you see. a vibrant scene to kick off your glamorous getaway.
Walk in, you probably see the open space and the vibrant colors, and everything is designed for guests to mix and mingle.
Aloft General Manager Zoe Jankovic said this place is one of a kind.
Aloft is one of Marriott's lifestyle brands. So Marriott has about 30 different brands. Each of them is a little bit unique and a little bit different.
Different is an understatement. Check out Aloft's XYZ bar. It's the ideal spot for all your drink and food desires.
Where you can get some fun cocktails and you can order some food and enjoy live entertainment.
Step outside to the Tiki Bar and pool area, open to the public and guests alike. A spot where some of the best tunes fill the air.
What a lot of people do, especially on Sundays and holidays, they come out on their boat and they can just walk up to the bar and enjoy a drink and just have a good time and enjoying the entertainment.
Guests can also enjoy kayaking and paddleboarding on the beach and easily explore the hotel's water taxi service.
It can take you over to Secrets complimentary. All you need is just an Aloft guest room key and they will take you back and forth and you don't have to worry.
Director of Sales and Marketing, Waji Alam, recommends the hotel's spacious ballroom. With a 350 guest capacity, the room has more than enough space to bring events to life.
Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we do have state-of-the-art sound system with a projection screen and projector and different microphones, so you can separate the sound from each side of the ballroom and also extend the music out to the lawn area if you would like.
Say goodbye to catering concerns as Aloft's team ensures an event is planned to perfection.
We have a dedicated professional staff that will set up and arrange for the catering for your event. So be it a reception, a sit-down dinner, buffet, cocktail receptions, we can do it all.
The hotel even takes the ease off of walking, as a local shuttle can take guests to their Ocean City adventures, including a visit to a nearby attraction.
We are right here on 45th Street. We are a couple blocks away from the convention center. As a matter of fact, you can see it right there from our window.
The hotel buzzes with excitement year-round, including their Gatsby event on February 3rd that invites guests to dress up in time travel in style and discover a pet-friendly retreat where their yappy hour ensures your furry friends can even join in on the fun.
You can bring your pet every Wednesday in the off-season, and you can, besides enjoying a cocktail, you can bring a donation or a monetary contribution, and that goes to Keneal Cupboards, which is a local nonprofit organization that helps families in needs to keep their pets.
The hotel's Marriott Bonvoy program enhances guest experiences with exclusive discounts and food ordering services, all at the touch of your phone.
And the fancy part is you can access your room through your mobile device. So there is actually going to be your mobile key on your phone. And then once you are in your room, we're trying to be a little more technology going forward, and everything is QR code and simple and easy accessible.
If you like to stay in shape, the fitness center and indoor pool will keep you motivated. But if games are more of your hobby, mini golf, shooting pool, or even a lively night at the casino is the ideal remedy.
You can go to the casino, which is not far from here. We have a great package we offer. It's a 2-night minimum stay, and you get a $200 gambling credit, and we only take winners here, so you'll have the jackpot.
Win the ultimate prize of staying at Aloft Hotel in Ocean City, where the hotel itself becomes the perfect getaway destination.
Maya, one thing I love is how pet-friendly they are.
I know, they have their yappy hour. You can bring your cute little puppy and you can even drink cocktails. What fun is that?
Doesn't get better than that. You
Nope.
get your cocktails in, you get the puppy playtime in.
Yeah.
Cutest thing I've ever heard of.
In the summer, it's supposed to be really exciting. You can go kayaking, paddle boating. They even have a huge party at their tiki bar, which is super exciting.
Awesome, very fun. But if you can't wait until summer to get some activities in, we do have a little bit more coast life headed your way. We're going to be talking about something going on this weekend when we get back.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Ocean City Tourism.
All right, Coast Life, we love to keep you up to date with all the things going on around our awesome area all year long, because There's hardly an off season anymore these days. There's always something happening.
There is always something happening. That's why I like it down here. When I got this job, like, it opened my eyes to like all the businesses, all the cool people. Like,
Yes.
it's pretty great.
And some of those really cool people are our friends with Special Olympics Delaware. We love the athletes with Special Olympics. I know Jonathan, you're my guy. He's always out there. And coming up this Sunday, the Polar Bear Plunge for Special Olympics Delaware is happening in downtown Rehoboth, right there on the boardwalk by the bandstand. It is such a good time, you guys. I can't express this enough. That if you've never been a part of the plunge before, now's a great time to sign up. I know you can still join our team, the Draper Media Dippers, if you want to do that.
Draper Media Dippers. That's a good one. Okay.
That's our team. Maya, are you going to be signing up?
Catch me next year. I got you next year. I'll be there.
All right, fine. Maya's not going to sign up. Paige isn't going to sign up. So if you don't sign up, though, that's okay. Maybe running into the really chilly water isn't your thing. You can still participate by becoming a donor. You can just send money our way. You can send money. I think I've got a fundraising page as well, so you can send it my way, and I'll jump in the water for you.
I'll definitely send that cash, though.
There you go.
I got you.
That's the point of the Polar Bear Plunge. And one thing that I learned about the Polar Bear Plunge and Special Olympics Delaware specifically, as opposed to, because Special Olympics is national, but our like Delaware section actually has it so that none of the athletes pay for the programs that they participate in.
Really?
We raise that much money.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
So you can even do the plunge yourself or even donate money.
That's
to Best
right.
of Both Worlds. That'd
That's
be fun.
right. And just come on out anyway, participate. It's really fun to see, and it's just a great adrenaline rush if you've never been a part of it before. But it is about that time for us to get on out of here. Our friends, Coast TV News at 5, take it from here. Maya is going to be back in studio with me tomorrow, so have a great rest of your day.
Have a
we'll
great
see you
one,
tomorrow.
guys.